Hello, welcome to Cinnamon Studies. So in this video, we are going to cover these 5 main points, and you can refer to them later if you wish. We're going to start with what diffusion is and what concentration gradient is. Diffusion is when substances go down their gradients, whether that be related to chemical gradient or electrochemical gradient. Diffusion specifically does not require an input of energy, it just happens. When you hear about something going down its concentration gradient, that's referring to a substance going from high concentration to low concentration. And if you think about it, it makes sense. A concentrated area of solute, for example, in a bottle of solvent would eventually spread evenly out, with the solute diffusing down its concentration gradient. Now, how does temperature affect diffusion rate? Diffusion will typically occur more quickly at higher temperatures. Whatever substance you are dealing with will spread out evenly in a shorter span of time. Molecules bumping into each other is the main thing that's happening in diffusion. Now, when you add more energy to the molecules in the form of thermal energy, you increase the molecules' kinetic energy, thus allowing them to move more quickly, speeding along the diffusion process. As for surface area to volume ratios in cells and how it ties in with diffusion, the main way a cell gets nutrients and removes wastes is through diffusion. In order to have enough nutrients coming in through diffusion to support the cell, you need enough surface area compared to the volume. This is one of the reasons why cells usually stay small. If they grow too big, their surface area would be small compared to the volume, so not enough diffusion could occur to support the volume given. Facilitated diffusion is a little bit different from diffusion as it involves a protein embedded within the cell membrane, which allows the substance to go down their gradient without the need of an energy input. Facilitated diffusion is typically involved for substances that can't simply diffuse across the cell membrane because of their makeup. A few examples include the ATP synthase, which is involved in the light-dependent reactions during photosynthesis. Hydrogen ions cannot go through a cell membrane since they are charged, so either they need an input of energy or a protein that helps them get through. In this case, they go through ATP synthase down their concentration gradient, which would make it passive facilitated diffusion. Another example, this time involving simple diffusion, could be air exchange that occurs in your lungs. Since both carbon dioxide and oxygen can go through the cell membrane unassisted, this process of air exchange can occur quickly, easily, and without input of energy required. And that's it. So just to recap, we have diffusion as substances going down their gradients, temperature speeding up the rate of diffusion, cells remaining small in order to have enough diffusion occur, and facilitated diffusion involving proteins to assist, in contrast to simple diffusion. I really hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new today.